Hey guys, Brad here. Today we're going to be talking about the Royal Hunter RDA. I've had this, for about 2 weeks now, and I feel like I've got a real good understanding about this RDA, so I can give you a good opinion on it. So first things first, we're going to dive down. I've got a build on here that I've been using for about 4 days now. I'm gonna take it apart, throw a build on there for you guys, show the deck, show you guys all that. So I'm gonna use a tripod and you're gonna just be seeing up close shit. I'm gonna try that out and see how that works. So stay tuned. Okay guys, here's the build I've had in here for about 4 days now. I don't know when I'm gonna put this video up, but I'm also gonna be reviewing a juice called Pound It by Food Fighter Juice. And this is just going to basically give you an example of what that juice does to your build. Yeah, not the greatest looking, but basically here's what she looks like. Excuse my fingers, I ate some hot Cheetos, so yeah, and I bite my fingernails, so it don't look that pretty. You know, you got a dual positive center post, makes it super easy for you to build on. Yeah, it's looking gunky as hell, and my batteries are about dead, so yeah, these batteries are not doing so great. But that's that. I'm going to break this down for you. This is going to be cut into pieces because I don't have a whole lot of space on my phone. So you're just going to see it in segments. You're going to see it like this. Next thing, there's going to be no build in there. Then there's going to be a build in there, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to take this apart. Okay, guys, so here's what the deck looks like. It's got fairly large connection holes. This past build I had on here was 24 gauge. This next build I'm going to do is 22 gauge. I don't think you would have any problem fitting 20 gauge wire in here, but it's got a deep juice well. You know, it looks pretty good. I haven't had any problems with this Delrin insulator, whatever that is, that peak insulator. I don't know what it is, to be 100% sure with you guys, but I put some hot builds in here. Down to 0.18, you know, like, I mean, that's not super sub ohm, but that's a fairly warm build. So this next build I'm going to do for you guys, I have 22 gauge Canthal here. I'm going to do 8 wraps dual coil around a 3mm screwdriver, you know, drill bit, 3mm. This is the biggest screwdriver that comes with the little starter case, whatever you want to call it. But I'm gonna go ahead and build this and throw this in there. Yeah. Okay, guys, I got both coils built now. These are it. They're not the prettiest looking coils, but you know, you can work them. Focus. Maybe. You can work them together whenever you get them all heated up, and they'll look fine. Again, this is 22 gauge Canthal, 8 wraps a piece. I've done this build quite a few times. I'm shooting between 1.8 and 2.4. You know, I don't use an ohm reader. Well, I've used ohm readers, but I stick to 2 builds on every single RDA. You know, it's 20, 22, or 24 gauge. And I stick between 6 to 8 wraps, so I know it's the safest. I know what my batteries can handle. I don't use super low builds, you know. So, yeah, I'm going to put these in here. All right. Basically, what I do is I get the flathead regular screwdriver, and I put the underneath end on the outside, so I'm trying to do this off camera. This is fucking hard here. You know, I basically just do that. I put the longest lead in first, just like so. I do that. I actually put this in the wrong way. All right. I like this bumper here on the outside because I can push it in and center it. Now, this is like, I don't understand how people do this with their fucking tripod in front of them. Basically, I just pull it, get it somewhat straight. Come on, fucker. Like that. Then I'll take my little tool, tighten her up. This tool that they give you, it's so small, I feel like I'm gonna fucking break it. Get that one evened out. Push it like so. And take the fucking tool again and tighten her up. Just like that. Alright, I'm gonna do this other one off camera without it recording, but you get the point. That's what I do. Cut these leads and I'll put the other one in. Okay guys, here she is. I got the leads all cut. It's in there ready to go. I haven't even primed her up yet. It's at 50 watts. So I'm gonna use my ceramic tweezers, and I don't know what's gonna be better with the flash on or off, but I guess we're gonna find out. So I kind of just pulse it. I like to hold it a little bit for a couple seconds, and then I'll go work on the other one. Hold it. Yeah. I like working with thicker gauge because it's just so easy to work with. You know, it takes a while to heat them up whenever you're doing it, but you know, you ain't got to worry about the, you know, I've had like 28 gauge coils, like I'm priming them and then they'll just collapse in the middle and droop down because they're too hot. Like these, you really don't have to worry about heating them up too much, you know. But you know, just kind of want them glowing from the inside out. Also, another thing I like to do is make sure these are centered so that this one ain't up higher than this one, you know. So they're looking pretty good. And then I want to make sure that they're as center, as aligned with the center post as possible. I like to do that, you know. You know, I know most of you guys are pretty advanced at building, so this is gonna be like, oh yeah, preaching to the choir. But for the new people that watch my channel, I mean, the new guys, the new girls out there that, you know, are looking to rebuild, like here's some tips here. You know, I'm not the best builder, but you know, I build what's good for me. You know, after a while, you'll figure out what's a good build for you. You know, when I first started, I was doing rebuilds at 28 gauge, and I figured, you know, I like a better vape at 22 to 24 gauge. So let me take this flash off. All right, got the flash off. Focus. This is just at 50 watts too. I mean, it takes a while. I vape around 80 watts. You know, just kind of heat them up good, nice and even. You know, that's about good right there, you know. That's good. I like that. I'm gonna let this cool down. I'm gonna re-wick it. The kind of wick I'm using is Anarchist cotton. I do. It's some pretty solid Japanese organic cotton. The problem with it is the first few hits. I mean, not just the first few hits, but like, you know, the first, you know, half an hour of vaping it, it's got a somewhat nasty taste to it. You know, you don't get the full effect. You don't get the full flavor of your juice. But the good thing with it is this cotton. I've had it last me a week and a half before the coils have gotten bad before the cotton has. You know, so I'm gonna rebuild this or not rebuild this, re-wick this, and let it be that. I was gonna say, all right, you see these sheets right here? They're pretty thick. So what I do is, with my build, what I do is I take scissors and I cut these in half, and you come up to with like a little piece about like that or so, you know, about like that, and then I cut the half piece directly in half, and then I'll twist the ends and just slide it right through the coil, and that is perfect for me. It's just perfect. You know, I see people peeling these little things apart because they want them fluffy. I don't even do that. I don't see what the point of that is. But basically, yeah, I just I just cut them in half, you know. But all right, after you slide her in, you'll get something like this right here. I'm gonna cut off the ends here. I basically try to line them up with each other. I do opposites, and then I kind of line them up. I don't know a direct inch or half inch or whatever, you know, quarter inch. I don't know the exact what it is. I just make sure it looks pretty good. I get a good glimpse of the juice well and how much is in there, and then that's how I do it. You know, just basically like that, and then I go to the other side and do the same as that. Come on, cut. So, you know, you get something like that. And then I'll take these and just kind of squeeze them a little bit. I'm doing it off camera. Just kind of squeeze them a little bit. And you get them fluffed out. This video is probably going to be long as fuck, so I'm gonna dip these in here and juice them up. Alrighty, and then you'll get something like this. Basically what I do is I just let it lay on top and let them sit down, do a couple strokes. I just paint it on there. Give it a couple seconds, let it seep in. And just do that repeatedly. And then once I feel like there's an adequate amount of juice on here, you'll kind of notice it, you know. What came out to be an RDA review has turned out to be a rebuild tutorial. But alright, you know, I need one for my channel, a rebuild tutorial to kind of branch out. But, you know, this is going to be quite a long video. But basically I do that. Now I'll turn it back on and just kind of fire it a couple times just to help it kind of, just a little bit. Do not want to burn that cotton at all. So I'll do that and then put some more juice on it. Just like that. And this is at 50 watts, take in mind. I normally go to 80. Juice it up some more. Juice it up some more. Put a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. And that's actually going to be good enough right there, guys. Now, what I like to do is, you know, especially with this cotton, like I said, it kind of has a funky taste to it. So I like to just kind of just burn it out. I'm getting little fucking cherries everywhere. Alright. Fucking camera. So I'm going to put this back on here. That is the airflow on this, by the way. I didn't know if I showed you that. You can run this in single and dual coil, but I'm a dual coil type of guy, so pop this camera up a little bit. But yeah, you know, you can run it in dual coil or single coil. You know, it's got a honeycomb type effect in there to kind of help with spit back, which I don't know. I haven't had any spit back on this, but I rarely get spit back on a lot of RDAs, but you can kind of see it collecting in there. So this next part is going to be a FaceTime, and it's going to show me vaping on this. So, you know.